Now, it's no secret that Disney movies are chock full of innuendos, many of which will fly right over the heads of the sweet innocent children that watch them. I mean, most of it flew over my head when I was watching them as a kid, so I mean, there's that. And if you look closely into some of these occurrences, whether intentional or not, many Disney movies from your childhood feature some dirty line here and there, or background art that somehow got past the censors. Cue that image of Mickey Mouse holding Minnie Mouse, but it kind of looks like she's, male genitalia. Now today we are diving into songs specifically that are so creepy that if you listen closely, it'll make you think twice about your childhood and life in general. What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Eamon Hassan and welcome back to another video. We're gonna Disney it up today with the top 10 scary Disney songs with hidden meaning. Starting us off at number 10 is A Whole New World. Now Aladdin is probably my favorite Disney movie, and yes, I'm biased because the story is Middle Eastern and I grew up in the Middle East. And of course, I've been Princess Jasmine for multiple Halloweens, so I mean, it's not even a question. Now, as much as I love the song and I'm waiting for my very own Aladdin to show me a whole new world, the song is just a very long innuendo. And plus, it's set in ancient Egypt, which is historically the sexiest ancient civilization, no cap. The lyrics go, "Don't you dare close your eyes, 100,000 things to see, hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star, I've come so far." Seemingly very innocent, right? Now sing it to yourself again in a slightly sexual tone. Yeah. Exactly. Aladdin and whoever made him and the song, kind of a creep. Coming in at number 9 is Kitty. Now this one's not a song per se, but it's more of a dirty rumor on the grapevine, you know what I mean? And apparently Aladdin says something slightly dirty to Jasmine, and this was before social media could dissect and find this phrase in like 1 millisecond, but people did have VHS players that had the ability to rewind, like tech can do some stuff. Now in the scene where Aladdin in the guise of Prince Ali flies up to Jasmine's balcony on his magic carpet to talk with her, he's greeted by Jasmine's pet tiger, who growls at him for the intrusion. Now Aladdin then tries to shoo the tiger away with his turban as Jasmine looks out to see what's going on. This is supposedly when Aladdin, under his breath, whispers, "Good teenagers, take off your clothes." When Disney heard about it, they made a statement saying the line is actually, "Come on, good kitty, take off and go." They have always maintained their position since, but after listening to it again and again and again, it really does sound like "take off your clothes." Some people claim it's even in a different voice, but you can be the judge of that yourself. At number 8, we have Savages from Pocahontas. We're getting into racism and blind hatred here, very heavy stuff, especially for a children's film. Now I get that that's what happened in history, Disneyfied of course, and I kind of like the fact they didn't tiptoe around it and actually put it in the song. It puts in front of children the idea that if strangers are different, we should just kill them, which, hello. It also puts in front of them the words "dirty shrieking devil," so, you know, yay Disney. Now the lyrics go something like this: "What can you expect from filthy little heathens? Here's what you get when races are diverse. Their skins are hellish red, they're only good when dead. They're vermin, as I said, and worse. Savages, savages, demon, devil. Kill them, savages, savages. What are we waiting for? Destroy their evil race until there's not a trace left." Like, surely I do not even have to point out how inherently racist this entire song is. Following on the 7th slot is He's a Tramp. From Lady and the Tramp 5, this song features these lyrics: "You can never tell when he'll show up. He gives you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just a no-count pup, but I wish that he were doable." Now this song is essentially just about dog booty calls, which I can't even wrap my head around, nor do I want to be honest. A little mild on the creepy scale, but also definitely not exactly kid-friendly content. I mean, the title of the song literally says it all. There's really not much more I need to add on, to be honest. Next! Now at number 6 is Robin Hood's Love. I honestly loved this movie. I read the book when I was young and I fell in love with the concept of what he was doing. Thief, yes, but criminal? Not exactly. Sung by Maid Marian, the lyrics go as follows: "It seems like only yesterday you were just a child at play. Now you're all grown up inside of me." If that's not the creepiest sexual innuendo in a children's movie, seriously, I don't know what is, considering she's singing about Robin Hood, you know, inside her. I know she's referring to the love she has for him growing inside her, but that's just very poor choice of wording. Like, seriously. Coming in at number 5 is Be Prepared. Now this song's from The Lion King, and the scene involves Scar singing about plotting the king's murder, you know, as all evil lions do. Now Scar sings while standing over his hyena flock, but their assembly march looks suspiciously like Nazi goose step, which is just even creepier. Like, was that intentional? Was it a march to show how deadly Scar really is? Like, what is the truth? Now I get that there has to always be a villain in these movies, but considering it's pretty much the opening scene and it's a grisly murder, it just doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth. Like, read The Room. Better yet, read a history book maybe. At number 4 is Hercules. Now in the song the muses sing, there's a Jessica Rabbit-esque wardrobe malfunction, which we haven't listed on this top 10, but I have in one of my way older videos. Bonus points if you can actually find it. Now in Hercules, while the muses are singing Zero to Hero, the robe of one muse flies up as she sings Is He Bald? Again, Disney put in a female character that just doesn't like to wear underwear. Like, why did they choose to expose Hercules instead? That's something I'd personally want to see because he's built like a Greek god, literally. And then we'll really find out how bald he really is. Filling at number 3 slot is Dead. There's nothing like a little mob mentality to lighten up a movie about Stockholm Syndrome and bestiality. If you haven't guessed which movie I'm talking about by now, we are talking about Beauty and the Beast. Now I actually really enjoyed this film, and surprisingly I really liked the live action adaptation as well. Emma Watson just killed it as Belle. Either way, in the movie when it reaches the mob song, the lyrics are just super dark and almost cultish. For example, but we're not coming home till he's dead. Good and dead killed the beast. It's so dark, it is so demented, and the scariest of all, it is so possible. Given human nature, humans are like sheep who enjoy being herded whether they're aware of it consciously or not. He's not like us, he's different, so let's just kill him. That's probably the most terrifying thing about this song, is that it could totally happen, and it has happened many times. I don't know why we live in a world where people fear people who are not like you. Different doesn't mean bad. Now at number 2 is Hellfire. I had The Hunchback of Notre Dame as a VCR tape, so before I even had Disney Channel, I'd watched this movie a billion times, so it was my first most beloved Disney film. Esmeralda is also a hottie, just gonna slide that in there real quick, recognition where it's due. Either way, the lyrics go as follows: fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin. Now most villains simply want to destroy and or rule the world, but in Frollo's case, he wants to cleanse the world of evil and corruption, which apparently also entails wanting to either murder or sleep with the film's heroine, which, I mean, what's wrong with you, dude? Priorities. Moving on to the second song in the movie, which is actually just as creepy. The Bells of Notre Dame depicts the backstory of Judge Claude Frollo killing Quasimodo's mother on screen. After leaving her in a puddle of blood on the steps of Notre Dame, he attempts to dump baby Quasimodo in a well, but is stopped by a member of the church. When asked what he's doing, he says, "This is an unholy demon. I'm sending it back to hell where it belongs." Need I say more? Disney's obsessed with gruesome murder and predatory sexual innuendos. And then finally, at number 1 is The Walrus and the Carpenter. This one is sung by Tweedledum and Tweedledee to Alice, and it follows the titular characters as they invite a group of oyster children to come for a walk with them along the beach. The happy, upbeat song takes a sudden drastic turn when the walrus abruptly eats all of the little oyster babies. This is how the lyrics go: little oysters, but answer there came none, and this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten every one. That's right, it's a song about poking fun at the mass murder of innocent children that occurred moments beforehand. Okay, yes, the children in question are oysters, not humans, but they still have faces and the ability to talk. Like, is it reaching to say the word oyster sounds like foster? And could it be foster children they're referring to? I don't know, just something to think about, folks. And that is it for today's video, guys. I still love Disney, I don't care what anyone says, but I still have a lot that I haven't seen yet. I had Disney Channel for 1 year growing up, and I never had it after that, so really haven't seen much of it. Let me know which one is your favorite Disney movie in the comments below. As always, I'm your host, Iman Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!